What is up, gamers? How's it going? I am here today to show you 4 new armor sets. Yes, 4, because there's 4 new monsters. Yes, Apex monsters don't have their own armor sets. Yes, I'm here to show you the Teostra, Kushala, Chameleos, and Beetlejuice armor, and what they would be good for. This is gonna offer some build ideas. I have a couple builds using these already. If you enjoy, consider liking the video, maybe subscribing for more content like this. But let's get into this also. Did I say 4? I meant 5 because Damascus was also added. So let's start from the top. The Damascus set. The deciding factor for getting this is Elder Dragon Blood. You need 10 Elder Dragon Blood to even get it. The slots on it are kinda trash except for the gloves, but the gloves don't have a worthwhile skill on them to even wear. So overall, this set is kinda eh. I mean, earplugs, tremor resistance, they're nice quality of life skills, but they are not very good. Handicraft is always a good skill to have because it is just nice to have. It increases the amount of sharpness you have, so you have to sharpen less. But the big part is these pants right here. They only have a 1 slot, but they do have Handicraft 2, which is pretty good. That's plus 20 sharpness right there. I'm using these with the Sinister gloves for Handicraft 4. Just easy right there. Handicraft 4, almost max it out. I want to make a Hellfire set involving it, but I need to make the Hellfire jewel for that. Or get a Hellfire talisman. And I also need Bubbly Dance. I want both Bubbly Dance and Hellfire Cloak on a set, basically. But that's a Damascus set. It's not the whole set. You're never gonna use the full set, which is a shame, because I mean I really like it. But that's what layered armor is for. Also, when can we get the version where it doesn't show the face? I like that a lot more. All right, next, Kushala. Kushala also has Handicraft on it, but it also has ammo ups. So it has normal rapid up on the headpiece and Handicraft 2. It has a 1 slot. This could be good. I don't think it'll be good for blade weapons, but I think it'll be good for weapons that use normal or rapid fire. But the 1 slot is kind of limiting on it. Now, Cecilias Blessing. Let's take a look at that. So, levels 1 and 2 increase water and ice attack. That's neat. It's cool. Level 3, if you played World and you have looked at the Valhazak armor, you'll notice that level 3 takes that Valhazak armor and gives it to you, the set bonus. So, your health recovers past the red portion of your health, so you theoretically won't have to use any potions. And then level 4 nullifies heat damage. That level 4 is specifically for Teostra, and you'll notice going through these sets that the 4 set bonus counters another Elder Dragon that was introduced this update. So we've got the chest, gloves, and waist have recovery speed on it to synergize with that level 3 Kushala Blessing. I don't know why this chest piece has diversion. I feel like they could just take that out and then put another slot on this. But here we are. Agitator, recovery speed, Kushala Blessing, only a 1 slot. Agitator? Is Agitator good this game? I haven't really used it, because getting Agitator 5 is a pain. But I mean, 20 attack and 15% affinity at max agitator is pretty good. And, I mean, against certain monsters that are always enraged, namely Tigrex and Bershang, this might be pretty useful. Especially that recovery speed. You could just wear Kushala chest, gloves, and waist, and be like, yes. I don't care about your damage. I shall just heal passively against it. And then the waist. Similar to the headpiece, it has handicraft and an ammo up. This one is pierce up. It only has a 1 slot. I wish it had like a 2 slot or something instead. But I think because handicraft and pierce up are both on it, it's just a 1 slot. Although I think this deserves a 2 slot. Like not a 1 and a 2, but like just a singular 2 slot. And then the pants. It's got handicraft and pierce up. So if you wear the legs, the waist, and the headpiece, you'll have normal up 2 and pierce up 2. And at that point, if you can put in 2 3-slot decos, because we have new decos, you can get pierce up 3 and normal up 3, which is pretty good to have both if you've got a weapon that can take advantage of both types of ammo. But that's Kushala set. I have a build in mind for these 3 pieces right here. I don't know what piece I'm going to put on the pants or head yet, but I'll tell you right now, it needs to be pieces with a lot of slots or a lot of defensive skills. That's what I'm going to be going for. I'll make a video about it later, but not right now, because I don't have it yet. Now the Camellia set. This headpiece, I may not have it, but I do want it. And I mean, I could make it right now, but I don't have a build in mind for it yet. But like, I do want it because the skills on it are pretty okay. Pretty good. Mind's Eye is useful, especially if you're using a bludgeoner set where you want to have green sharpness. So you just have a weapon that has a big chunk of green sharpness. You get Mind's Eye 2, and then bam, no more deflection, and you also do a bit more damage to parts where you would be bouncing off. Ballistics is the Mind's Eye version for gunners and whatnot. I don't think ballistics is actually very good for gunners. Gunners, please tell me your opinion. I'm pretty sure it's not, but correct me if I'm wrong. And then evade window. It's evade window is okay. It's neat to have, especially if you want to dodge those longer attacks. But it's not like necessary to have. It's a quality of life thing. It won't make you do more damage. And then let's take a look at Cecilias Blessing. So level 1 increases the effects of spear birds sometimes. So say you get 5 health per health bird, you may sometimes get like 8 or something. I don't know how much it increases the effects by, but it's probably not double. It could be. I don't know. Level 2 negates minor and major wind pressure, which you'll notice, or you'll think, hey, that's kind of good against Kushala, right? And you'd be correct. But also, level 3 extends the duration of poison effects, which means your poison lasts much, much longer. I don't know how much longer. I do need to test, and I probably will soon, but that is very useful against Kushala. And level 4 just negates all wind pressures. Just gets rid of them entirely. Camellia set is made to go against Kushala, which kind of makes sense because it the way you fight the elders is Chameleos, Kushala, and then Teostra. And I just think it's neat that they brought back Kushala not being able to use its wind powers if it's poisoned, instead of having to deal with that Elder Seal nonsense back in World. Because it never worked. I swear to you. It never worked. And I used a lot of Elder Seal weapons. Keep that in mind. But that's Cecilias Blessing. It has poison attack and finishes off Mind's Eye if you're going to use the helmet with the chest piece. Personally, I don't, because I don't feel like using the full Chameleos set to fight a Kushala, but I could. I certainly could. Next, Gloves. It's got Evade Window and Poison Attack with a 1 slot. By the way, the chest also has a 1 slot. I wish these had a 2 slot, but the budget from Evade Window doesn't allow it to. Because even though Evade Window is kind of an skill, it does still count as a 2 slot. So this pair of gloves doesn't get a 2 slot on it. Pants, waist, 1 slot. Poison attack, peak performance. I really wish this didn't have peak performance, because I am, as they say, bad at the game, so I can't take advantage of peak performance. So they could just take that off, give me a 3 slot. Trade offer. I receive 3 slot on the Chameleos waist. You receive a better Chameleos waist in the game. I just, like... I really like the idea of peak performance. I really do. But, I will never be able to take advantage of it properly, because I'm just so bad at the game. And then this has a 2 slot and 1 evade window. That's it. It also has a Chameleos Blessing, so that's why I'm using it. So, with the set that I used to fight Kushala, I do have 2 evade window, which is nice, but it doesn't matter, because Kushala's attacks are, like, slow and wide. So, it's hard to dodge. It's very annoying. The 2 slot on these pants is nice, though. And lets me put in evade extender, or crit eye, or attack boost, or any other 2 slot that is actually useful, that isn't evade window. Next, I have not actually gotten any of the pieces because I've only fought 1 Teostra so far. I am thinking about building the 4th piece of the Kushala set for Kushala Blessing to get rid of the heat damage, but I'm still thinking about it. But Teostra headpiece, this right here, along with the new Veterans Gala hunt that unlocks a eye patch headpiece, which has crit eye 4. These 2 pieces of gear are, like, single-handedly, well, double-handedly, I suppose, the best headpieces in the game for damage, I believe. Crit I3 with crit boost 1 is really good, and then crit I4 is really good on a headpiece. I don't know if there's any slots on the eye patch, but this one has a 1 slot. I'm actually surprised this has a slot at all, considering it has crit I3 and crit boost. Like, crit I3 that's just good, but also the crit boost on top? Damn, dude. But yeah, that's a headpiece. I want it. I'll get it, but that'll be for when I want to farm it a lot. I also still need to make a weapon for him to hunt him, because I don't have any good ice weapons that I'm good at. I made the Daor gun lance, but I'm not very good at gun lance yet. So I need to make the switch axe. But moving on to the chest piece. It has a 1 slot. buffs or skills. Master's Touch. Master's Touch is back in. On crits, it gives you a chance to not lose sharpness. It does not get to the point where 100% no sharpness loss when you crit, but it goes up to 80%, which is still pretty high. But here's the kicker. I'm sorry, guys. The gear pieces themselves will only give you 2 Master's Touch. So to get 3 Master's Touch, you'll either need to get a talisman with it, which I don't know if it's possible. It could be. Or you need to make the decoration, which is only a 2 slot. But look at how much that needs. 8 Lazurite Jewels, 6 Teostra Scales, and 4 mains from Teostra. That is expensive. That's like the most expensive talisman I've seen. And by that, I mean not expensive at all, because where's the new one that costs 3 Wyvern Gems? 3? 2. There it is. Look at that. Why does this thing cost 2 Wyvern Gems to make? I don't get it. Like, at least these are still common TM drops. But this? 2 Wyvern Gems? Like this, it needs a Rathalos plate. You could get those fairly easily. They're not a common drop, but they're not like very rare. And then 2 Wyvern Gems. 2! Like, come on, dude. That's gonna make me angry. Also this. Fuck this. Why does this need a golden Almudron orb? It's slapping me in the face. Let's go back to the armor though. So, that's a chest piece. Crit Eye, Master's Touch, 1 slot. It's a good one. The Teostra set, like in World, is a crit set. I just wish it didn't look the way it did. Moving on. Gloves. Crit Boost, Crit Eye, 2 slot. Pretty good. I expect... Well... I was gonna say I expect this to be paired with the Rajang pants, which has Crit Boost too. But the headpiece would be paired with that because it just has more Crit Eye. But this has Teostra Blessing, so if you're using a fire weapon or blast weapon, you may pair it with the pants instead. But also, I did forget to talk about Teostra Blessing on the chest, so let's talk about it now. First 2 levels increase fire, attack, and blast buildup. Fairly simple. It's like this is Teostra. It's like the Kushala armor. Level 3 prevents poison and venom, which is useful against the Chameleos. And level 4 negates theft, so the Chameleos can't steal stuff from you, which is also good against Chameleos. So, Teostra is good against Chameleos, Chameleos is good against Kushala, and Kushala is good against Teostra. I really like the whole dynamic that some Elder Dragon armor is better against certain Elder Dragons. I really enjoy that. I think it's nice. Waist, Crit Eye 1 with a 3 slot. I do like that. What am I going to put on a 3 slot? I don't know. Handicraft maybe? Maybe Good Luck? Hellfire Cloak? I don't know. But if I were to use this anywhere, it would probably just be with its other armor pieces for the Teostra Blessing. But that'll be for later when I decide to make a build specifically against the Chameleos. Pants. 1 slot with Master's Touch and Teostra Blessing. I think this could have another 1 slot. I think it could be a 2 1 slots kind of piece of gear. Because while Master's Touch is useful, it's not useful if you don't crit. And also Teostra's Blessing is kind of past the first 2 levels because it's only... Actually, level 3 is also useful against Apex Rathian. So there's that. There is that. So that's the Elder Dragon sets. Let's move on to the Beetlejuice set. So all of the slots on these gear pieces are pretty good. They are. Your pants have a 3 slot. Your waist has 2 slots. Gloves have 2 slots. Like, these 2 right here, insane slots. Very nice. Chest, 2 1 slots. Not as nuts as the gloves or waist, but still pretty good. And the headpiece has a 2 slot. Now, gun lancers, charge blades. I think that's it. Rejoice. You no longer have to use Renopoulos armor if you have a bad talisman. You can just build Beetlejuice armor and get artillery with guard. I don't know if you want offensive guard, but artillery, I hear it's necessary for those 2 weapons. So, rejoice. You no longer need to build Renopoulos armor. The headpiece and the legs give artillery 3, as well as most of the pieces here giving guard or guard up. Load shells is also pretty good for gun lance and charge blade, because load shells increases gun lance ammo by 1 and increases charge blade files by 1 or 2. I don't remember. The chest piece has agitator, which I feel like it could just get rid of, because like it's just level 1 agitator. That's not really gonna do anything. So if they just got rid of that agitator and gave it a 2 slot and a 1 slot, I think that'd be good. Although it does have guard up too, so that's pretty good. Alright. And that is all the armor sets. If you found this helpful, if you don't have these armor sets unlocked and you just wanted to find out what they did and you enjoyed, thanks. Consider liking the video. That's it. I don't know how to end videos off yet. So, have a good one, and peace out.